Hey everybody and welcome. Today I'm bringing you Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc's Cunt and Changed Content, so let's get right into it. Shortly after the release of Rayman 2, a few people worked on a project codenamed Rayman 2000. It would serve as a direct sequel to Rayman 2, still in 3D, and it would include environments featuring towns, streets, and buildings attached to trees. This universe, being more urban than what Rayman games usually portray, was apparently requested by Michel Ancel himself. The project was ultimately cancelled, but some ideas were taken to create some of the scenery for Clearleaf Forest. During the early production stage of Rayman 3, early footage, screenshots and artwork show that development initially began with Rayman utilizing his design from Rayman 2, as opposed to the new redesign that debuted with the final game. He also appeared in a design similar to that of second game, wearing a yellow scarf and different shoes, and another with a small cape. Other elements include unused areas, such as an underwater level and a different HUD, which resembles the same one of Rayman 2 in some early screenshots. Some locations appear fairly similar to the final game, but still show some differences in aesthetic and lighting. Additionally, there were several kinds of hoodlums that were going to appear but ended up getting scrapped. According to the lead gameplay programmer, Olivier Dauba, he originally developed a first-person mode for the game because he was a huge fan of Half-Life. This feature was not included in the final version due to the lack of time. Although there is a zoom button that allows you to go into first person, you can't fight while zoomed in. It was also revealed that Rayman was going to have limbs at one point, but the idea was quickly put aside. There were plans to have an aquatic level included in the game. Its official name is unknown. Most of the information we have on it comes from the VIP zone of Rayman Zone, which has now been deleted. The area would have been inhabited by jellyfish-like creatures known as Zax and other aquatic life, and it would have been exploited by the hoodlums who would have set up a giant washing machine near a lagoon. Rayman then would have had to save the Zax from the hoodlums, who filled them with washing powder and used them to clean their laundry. An underwater chase sequence was also planned, during which Rayman had to flee from a submarine that was launching torpedoes at him. In the end it was scrapped due to boring gameplay, bad controls, deciding to clean up Rayman's actual swimming functions. An unknown area that looks kinda like an oasis was also found in the game files. It is unclear if this was meant to be an early version of the Desert of the Naren, or an entirely different level. Rayman 3 had its fair share of unused enemies, starting off with the Kagubinome. The Kagubinome was an enemy pair made up of two different hoodlums, a small thin one and a large obese one. Together, they could attack in various ways by exploiting the size and shape of their bodies. The name roughly translates to hood pair. He can carry out two distinct attacks, playing on the size and shape of the hoodlums who make up his two-person character. To begin with, at long distance, the smaller of the two perches on the fatter one and the latter starts rolling around like a ball. The small one, looking like a circus tightrope walker, steers him along, trying to crush Rayman. Later on, in close combat, it's the big hoodlum who attacks Rayman, using the little one as a nunchaku. Despite the character's original and attractive game design, the Kagubinome was discarded by the developers because his first attack required a lot of space in the level and the second proved very difficult to program. Like if you would have liked to see this enemy in the game. Next up we have unknown hoodlums. Very little is known about this enemy. Its existence was revealed by a piece of official concept artwork produced for the game. The hoodlum itself appears to comprise two distinct hoodlums, both connected by sewing threads. Each hoodlum has only one arm and wears chainmail armor. The green one uses a boxing glove as a weapon similar to those wielded by Slapdash, while the other has a cannon for a hand. There is no explanation as to why this enemy was removed from the game, but my guess is they had no use for more enemy variants. Now for some cut friends, starting with Live Fairy and Clark from Rayman 2 who was planned for the game. Not much can be found on Clark, but Lai on the other hand we have some early concept models by one of the graphic designers who worked on the game. Minus the blue lips, her design seems it would be identical to Rayman 2, albeit more expressive now. A statue of Lai can also be found in the final game, hidden within a secret room in the longest shortcut. Next the Woogla, a gigantic bird that would play a major role in the story. In one of the game's earlier story scripts, Rayman and Globox would have encountered the Woogla in Clearleaf Forest and would ride it to travel to the land of the living dead. At some point the Woogla gets injured, forcing the duo to land to the Bog of Murk. Rayman would then have to traverse the marshland and seek an antidote to treat the bird's injuries. As development went on, the game's storyline ended up getting revamped and the Woogla was eventually scrapped from the game. Now for some changes to the game. In the screenshot from the 2002 E3 demo, the loading screens went through a major transformation. This also goes for the main menu and the pause menu for the game. In the screenshot from the same build you can see here the differences from the prototype and the final release. The main menu seems to be a level select with the background of the Fairy Council along with unused icons that can be seen at the bottom. Bad sauce refers to the Bog of Murk. The pause menu see more options added in the final game compared to the 3 options in the demo, including paused gameplay instead of a full-fledged menu for the background. The game also included a different lock-on indicator along with different message pop-ups for damaging enemies. The game levels change drastically from demo to final release, with there being too many to note in one video. If you would like to see more cut and used and changed content in your favorite games, leave a like and comment down below what game I should do next. Feel free to subscribe and I hope you enjoy.